Thank you, everyone. So my PowerPoint skills are nowhere good as the guy from Pandora. So I'm going old school with notes today, and I'm not using notes off the thing, so please bear with me on that. But I would be happy to wear the pink suit. I just want to add that. I would have had that if that was part of the partner package for next year, just a tip. Put it pre-event swag bag, and I'm in it. So I'm really pleased today to not just be talking about Bloomreach here to you guys, but I actually get to come on with a client, which I think is really impactful. And it's a client that's been a client of ours for 5 years. Manon, I heard a little dicky bird told me that you were there right at the beginning in the selection process. Thank you again. But at the same time, it's a joint client that we have with Movable, and you're doing some great things. And we've been looking at a couple of examples today that we're going to kind of run through. But I thought it would be really nice, this is about you, not me, to introduce yourselves to the audience and give them a little bit more background about My Jewellery and what you're doing.
Yeah, of course. So I'm Manon. I started 5 years ago at My Jewellery as an email marketing coordinator. And I lead the email marketing strategy across the Netherlands, Belgium and Germany. I was there first on the email marketing department, so I was first all alone, and I selected, together with other colleagues, of course, Bloomreach. And now we are with 6 in the email marketing department, so we've grown really fast, and that's quite nice.
Yeah. And I'm Lizzie, and I'm working as an email marketer at My Jewellery for over 2 years now. And I was involved with the collaboration with Movable Ink from the very beginning. And my focus now is on the strategy of the weekly newsletter campaigns, which involves a lot of personalization and timing. So yeah, working on a daily basis with Movable Ink.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Excellent. So what I thought would be quite useful before we sort of jump in, and I know we've talked through some examples, is going through a little bit about your general email strategy at My Jewellery.
Yeah. As a brand, we like to encourage the ongoing celebration of life, and that's also what's coming through in our email marketing strategy. So our ultimate goal is to give everyone a personal customer experience, and that's why we've set up more than 30 automation flows, and we also personalize a lot of newsletters to give everyone what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So one of the things we talked about before, obviously, is we wanted to make this very much about a story about how our technologies are being used together from a partnership. I'm responsible for partnerships. It's really cool for me because it's a great example of, you know, being better together and a better together story. What I wanted to kind of go through, we talked about a weather example, and I'm going to click through now because I'm too excited talking to you to go through slides, so we'll just bring one up now. And we're going to talk about weather. We're going to get a little bit more specific here, but can you tell me what was the driver? Why was weather a module that you decided to include, and how did you go about approaching that?
Yeah, at first we saw in our sales that weather has a big influence on what we sell. So we thought, okay, we need to implement this into our newsletters or into our automation campaigns. And we have over 30 automations live, as I said before. So that's it's taking a lot of time to keep them updated with new campaigns and that kind of thing. So we thought maybe we can combine these two to each other and make one block in Movable Ink, which is based on the weather of the location a customer is in, and which we can use in different automation emails. So that's what we did.
Yeah, it saves a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay. And how did you go about doing it? Because I see a lot of examples and like, you can use a module for this and a module for that, but like, but technically kind of, how did you go about approaching it and setting it up? And yeah, what sort of kind of efficiencies did it create in doing it?
Yeah, we combined the data of what we got in Bloomreach. So they pull together all the information, so the events, but also some attributes of a customer, like the location they are in. So we combined that data with the data we have in Movable Ink. And then we find some suitable images from the newest campaigns and put that in Movable Ink together with the filters. So what you see in the slide, we base them on the filters of the season. So it changes every season. And yeah. then we get an HTML and we put it in a drag and drop in Bloomreach again, and then it's the circle is
Circle's complete.
yeah, the circle's
Brilliant.
complete.
And could you explain about how taking that approach kind of saved you critical time when it came to the production versus, you know, some of the ways that you're working before you kind of took that approach?
Yeah, at first we updated the campaigns once a month with the newest campaigns. So we, yeah, as I said before, the 30 automation, there was a lot of work. And now we just have to update one block in Movable ink, and then it refreshes automatically in all the email automations. So yeah, it saves a lot of time, and also we don't need any help of our front-enders or anyone else, it's just our team. So that's great.
Brilliant. So great, it's fair to say great sort of cost efficiencies in terms of time in doing that, and reusability of the modules that you're creating across other kind of campaigns as well. Yeah. Now, this one's really new to me, so I want to drill into this a little bit more. And when we went through this and we were talking before this, we talked about progressive profiling, and I don't know whether this is a new thing for everyone else here. For me, it seemed quite innovative. So I wonder, could you explain a little bit more about what is progressive profiling and how does it work, and what have you kind of done with that in terms of using it in your campaigns?
I think.
Yeah. For example, the upcoming holiday season is a big season for us. And we collect zero-party data through Movable Ink's live polling. Yeah. So if you can see over here, we ask our customers which style they prefer for upcoming holiday season, and the data, we collect the data and we put it into the customer attribute in Bloomreach, and it makes it possible for us to retarget those customers with a highly personalized email. But also makes it possible for us to reuse the data into different campaigns because it's in a customer attribute. And live polling is explaining for itself. I think the percentage will change when you click on it, so it's a little bit more interactive.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah. So it's almost like bringing gamification, if you like,
almost
into the
like,
email experience.
Yeah. But for example, you click on the first button and you get an email personalized, a second email personalized on that content you clicked on. So, So it's specifying interests one-to-one at the profile level. That's brilliant. Yeah. We've got another example that we're going to talk through, and I like this one because this is one that kind of everyone that comes from the e-commerce world will be either doing in some kind of way, shape or form. But could you talk a little bit to how you've set up abandoned cart in terms of leveraging the two platforms together, and in doing so, how you've kind of tried to approach it to make sure that it yields results when it comes to reclaiming things like lost revenue? Yeah. Well, we were using abandoned cart behavior in Bloomreach also. But as we all know, it works very well. So we had the classic abandoned cart, which is an automated campaign. Automated campaign, thank you. But we really want to empower this, and we want to include this in our newsletter campaigns as well. So Bloomreach and Movable Ink together makes it possible for us to create different designs based on behavioral data, which fits every email, different emails. So, for example, you see the little banner at the top of the email, but also a product at the end of the email or a label at the end of your email. And it's for us very nice, and we can be creative because we don't have to get the help from the front ender. So it's saving us a lot of time, but also we can adjust our ideas very quick. Okay, that's brilliant. Yeah. So these are the examples that we were going to follow through today. So we're a relatively short session, but we want to be succinct and get these 3 examples out. But I think just to kind of recap from my perspective, I think what this shows is the power of taking that real-time data and taking some of these contextual experiences you can build through Movable Ink, combining those 2 together, and really creating like rich content experiences for your customers that kind of feel like magic to them.
We've seen from some of the numbers on here with the conversion rates and stuff and the click-through rates, it drives kind of higher engagement and everything. I want to thank you guys, and I want to say this because it's the same for a lot of the speakers here today. We have to bear in mind as well, this is a second language for a lot of these people, and I think they've done incredibly well and delivered it very confidently. So a big round of applause. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Welcome. And from my perspective, there's a ton more of these examples that the girls have been done. We've even talked about them before. And now, given timing, I wish we'd thrown another 3 into the mix. But we're around for the rest of the day. So if anyone wants to hear more about some of the innovative ways they're using the 2 platforms together, please come and reach myself, these guys. We've got Frederick here from the My Jewellery team that's over as well, and Taylor, who's the CSM for them as well. And we're more than happy to take any of those questions. So
Yeah.
thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.